So yeah, the thing with the mana. Oh god, where's the dude that we gotta kill? Okay, never mind. Never mind, we're good. Why, hello everyone, and we are once again back to wrap up this Frostblades build of mine. I decided to make another video on this particular build for the reason that I wasn't happy with the outcome that I got last time, and really I was looking at my tree as well, and it was rather a stupid way to build it. I have also decided to get rid of my shield here, so I decided to fully go dual wielding. I wasn't happy about a lot of things. First of all, if you guys remember, my life pool was really bad. It was actually very low, and therefore I felt like I was dying so many times that it felt like really frustrating experience, in other words. So I noticed that my DPS wasn't high enough, my defenses weren't that good. So I started switching things around a lot, and I looked at my skill tree and I revamped it completely. I will show you shortly what I did with the skill tree, but the main concept or the main idea for the build was that it would be very easy to run the maps with. And I'm talking about not low tier maps, I'm talking about high tier maps like tier 13, 14. The build was never meant to like go maybe too high, but I'm still having, actually I'm having really good time even in tier 15 maps. So this build is great. And also on top of that, I wanted the build to really be very, I didn't want the build to be too expensive. So I wanted it to be cheap and very easy concept for people to follow, and something to kind of start the seasons off with, or start the game in general. So it would be fun and easy to get currency for items that you would need for some other builds that you really want to try out, but you just can't because you just don't have the currency to do it with, or the other build is just like so expensive. So yeah, that was my idea, and it's been working wonderful. I'm gonna tell you right off the bat, the only item this build is gonna really need, and the only expensive item on this build, is the Touch of Anguish. There is nothing else more expensive than that. So, and I think Touch of Anguish, when you start the league, or like a couple of weeks into the league, is only like around 60 or 70 KS, and even if the league starts, it's still only around, I would say, I would make assumption it's around 80 or 90 at most. So yeah, that is really the only expensive item on the build, and as you can see, we have made massive improvements to the life. Like I said last time, I believe we had like roughly around 4,000, I think. Yeah, I think we had roughly around 4,000. So huge improvements that side. Also, the DPS is now looking a lot better than it was before. Yeah, that's like, it's basically twice as good because of that one claw I wear. Look at that. There you go. I mean, there's a lot of improvements to be done still when it comes to the damage of this build. I feel like this build can easily get up to around, I would say around 200,000 if I get some certain items. Yeah, I just need to get certain items. And here's the couple of items that I want to bring out. One of them is Exile gold damage armor. That's one of them. It adds a lot of gold damage, and the percentage of the gold damage that you already have then applies on top of that. So I could get, the build could easily gain even more out of just having that armor. But then again, it is a little bit expensive to have it, so I don't want to add this on top of it, because already running a tier 13 or 14 map is no problem at all for the build, and it's super fast, guys. It's super fast, so you don't really need anything other than what I already have. And what we have are really couple of like, the boots are just resistant and life pace pretty much. So the gloves are the same. They have some attack speed on it, but nothing special really. The belt has life, some resistance, and some damage. My rings both have some increased elemental damage with attack skills on it, and life, and resistances. So, oh yeah, the one thing that I do want to kind of that you need to be aware of is that the build will struggle a little bit with the strength and the intelligence. So the way I found to compensate the loss of like you just need some strength and some intelligence for it. So you need to put that on some of the items. So I decided to have it on my ring. Another one, the helmet. I mean helmet. Sorry, the amulet that I have here also gives some damage and resistances and life. So very straightforward. Amulet like this is not very expensive. Don't worry about it. So, and the helmet, of course. The helmet. I would want to recommend people to get Starconia's. I think it's called Starconia's. So what it gives is a little bit more DPS. It gives you slightly more attack speed and more survivability. It actually does. So I would like, or you can just go with a helmet like this one to cap out your resistances and get more life if you want. So it's up to you to decide really. But I would strongly recommend Starconius because it does give you a little bit more damage as well on top of what you already have. So really recommend that. Now, another thing that you could improve with this build when it comes to items are definitely potions. Now, this is what I have, Taste of Fate. But I want to bring this up and I want to emphasize on the fact that this is a very expensive potion. I didn't buy this. I looted it. I looted it in a tier 14 map. I believe I got it from a tier 13 map. I believe it was Shape Shore, if I'm not mistaken. Or was it maybe Coast or something? Shape Coast, perhaps. Yeah, I think it was tier 14 that I got it from. But it's very expensive, and if you don't have the currency to buy it, don't do it. It's not a must-have for the build. It's just an add-on for what you already have. So yeah, and the build is already absolutely wonderful the way it is. All right, so another thing that you really want to consider is called Sin's Rebirth. It gives you more evasion. Unholy Might gives you so much more damage. Yeah, so you gain more survivability and more damage. But again, it is a very expensive potion. I believe one Sin's Rebirth, if you want to get decent stats on it, will cost you roughly around 150, 160 chaos. So don't stress yourself too much to get those. You don't have to need them. Sorry, you don't really need them. Like, the build doesn't rely on those potions at all. So don't need to worry about that. Armor wise, like I mentioned, Huri's Ire, Cold Armor, something that you really want to look into. Starconi's Helmet, and the potions that I just mentioned. But the only must-have item that I would really recommend for the build so far is the Touch of Anguish. So that's really the only one. And it's so insane because the build is so great to get to high tier maps. It is absolutely a fantastic time to clear the maps. It's so fast. I will also show you guys the gameplay as well. Also, oh yeah, I want to go over the skill tree as well. So here are the main changes that I did to the tree. The only line I'm going for now is this one over here. And instead of going for the shield tree, we now go for the dual wield and the dervish. I don't take the small one here. It's not worth it. 4% increased attack speed while dual wielding is just not enough. And you can get better points somewhere. Like, let's say I would actually just go for the 20% and the gold heart, the calculation over here, which is already great. What are the other things? I want to bring out some of the things in the tree that I want you guys to consider and to change out. So this one over here, the survivalist, I wouldn't recommend it. You can use those points elsewhere more wise. And one of them is Heartseeker. So I would recommend actually switch this one out for the Heartseeker, because this current build doesn't ever get enough evasion to kind of, you know, get use out of it. So you don't really need to put the points in invest the points in the evasion at all. So try to use those points elsewhere, more wise than I have. I'll probably get rid of them myself as well. What else? Oh, one thing you really might want to consider is the phase acrobatics, actually. Because you still want to make sure that you're somewhat safe. But yeah, you just want to make sure that you're somewhat safe. So phase acrobatics is definitely something to take under consideration. What else could I... Oh yeah, the duality and the berserking are both absolutely wonderful. And also the master of arena. So these are the main things that you may want to consider pretty heavily. So let's go over it again. The cold art calculation over here is something to consider. So is the Heartseeker, the duality, berserking, and master of arena. Other than that, as you can see, the reason that I went up here is solely because of the life. Because I felt like I want to feel safe when I'm running up to like tier 15 or 14 maps. I want to feel somewhat safe that I don't get one hit as easy. And this is really helping me a lot already. It's changed my build so much. Yeah, I think those are the main changes that I really did to the build. Most of it has stayed the same as it was before. Other than I went up here for the assassination, of course. But this is like a must-have node. It gives you such a great boost of DPS, and the life you gain from the plot siphon is well worth it, and it's awesome. It's well worth it. Alright, so I think I covered most of it. I will make sure to have all the information about the items that I mentioned earlier. I will also have the skill tree in the description down below. So I will have all of that there alongside with the potions that are recommended for you to use, which I don't want to emphasize too much on because they are expensive, but you won't need them, so you don't need to worry about that much of that. So yeah, I'll have all of that in the description, so don't worry about it. I think I covered most of it because I really didn't make any changes to my skill gems. I think I didn't. Yeah, the fortify is connected to the whirlwind and the faster attacks. So we got melee physical damage support over here with Frostblades, multi-strike support, faster attack support, elemental damage with attack support, which gives you more elemental damage. That's absolutely crazy. Like, this is one of the things you must have in the chain, is boost your damage by a mile. Let's just go ahead and check. I think that one gives you the most. So we're talking about roughly 20,000 DPS. Just for one skill gem, guys. Alright. So what else did I have? What do I have here? Oh, I have cast when damage taken and frostbite. And here we have Assassin's Mark, Herald of Ice, Curse on Hit, and Ice Bite support. This is a must-have chain in my opinion, because you gain power charges, which makes it easier to critical anything. And the power charges last for around roughly 9 seconds, which is great. Like, you can kill some mobs before you enter a boss fight. You get the power siphon up, you get better critical chance, and you kill the boss faster because of that. What else do we have here? We got Hatred, of course, minion and totem elemental resistance support, and Summon Ice Golem. Now, one thing I do have to kind of point out is that I'm unable to use the Ice Golem, and here's why. The Golem dies fast. Basically, if the Golem gets hit with anything at all, it dies. And here's another problem and here's, well, not the problem. It is a problem, but here's the reason why I can't get use out of my Golem is because the minion's life support, for some reason, is bugged and doesn't apply to the Ice Golem. I can try this out.
How are your maps?
And see, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't working last time I tried. Minions. Person it. If I don't have it, then I won't do it right now. Life. I think I might have the issue where I don't. Minions life support. Do I have the can we try this? Yes, we can. Alright. So right now the minion has what? How much life does it have? Let's check the life total. 7,318. Let's switch it out. 7,318. So it's not working. And it's really sad because I don't understand. It says nothing that it shouldn't work with golems. And golem is a minion. It says it right there, minion. So it's actually broken unless it's a graphical glitch and the number just is visually not working. But either way, it's just, in my opinion, it doesn't work. You can see the number there. It's still the same. Sad. I don't know. Do let me know in the comments, like, whether that's a graphical bug in the minion's life, or is there like any other reason behind it? Because it didn't really seem to find anything on the forums about it either, and it's actually disturbing. So yeah, the minion is not very very effective in that sense. It dies so fast that I've actually stopped using it by now. There is a thing I do want to recommend you guys to take consideration, is the War Chief Totem, which gives you more damage. I don't have it right now, but I am considering of using it because it's a great add-on when it comes to killing bosses. And yeah, I would recommend it to everyone. Alright, I think it's time to hop in and show you guys some gameplay as well. See what type of maps we got here first. Do I have any good maps? Oh god, I might actually not have any good maps under my... I don't really... Yes, that's actually a problem. I don't think I have any great maps to run right now, so I'll go with this one. I remember this one was pretty decent. I hope I'm not wrong, because I know some of the maps have crazy bosses, and some of them just aren't something that you're gonna have fun running with, and you don't really want to. Like, you're gonna feel pretty frustrated. Anyways, I think I remember this one being pretty decent, so we'll take this one. Now, this is my personal preference of creating maps. I do it with the transmutation. Actually, let's scour this one. I wanna use the Cartographer Curver as well. I always go 4 times on it, then I transmute it. This is not something you probably want to run. 106% extra damage as gold. Let's just put it this way. It's like the monsters deal double the damage with... not double, but let's just say they deal a lot more. Not something you want to really go with. Monsters poison and hit is actually fine, but I want to get higher item quantity. Man, I'm running out of alterations. I'll keep it this way right now, just to show you guys the gameplay as well. So okay, here we go, guys. You're gonna see what I mean by this thing being fast at clearing the maps. As you can see, the clear speed is just... it's just ridiculous. Let's just put it that way. It's not really a great map to run, and I believe the end boss is a little bit a pain in the ass. But hopefully I don't fail and die. I just hope I won't die, alright? Yeah, it's not very great for whirling blades for my movement speed. Yeah, it's not great for my movement speed, really. I always open the trunks and the chests as well. They tend to have a lot of great stuff in it. And I've got so many things worth over 60 chaos from the chests, so. And yeah, as you may notice, I do pick up some of the things. I'm not using much of the Witchfire Brew Potion right now. I usually start spamming it at the boss, because really there is no reason for while you kill like ordinary mobs. It's just something that I'm used to, so you won't see me using that potion much until I get to the boss.
mana
All right. Oh god. That's one of the actually the downsides of the build is the mana issues. Because you don't have a lot of like mana regeneration. You gain your mana by hitting the monsters. That's how you gain your mana. So if you don't have any monsters around and you want to spam using your Whirlwind Blade, you will eventually run out of mana. But that really is like one of the cons of the build, to be honest. The other one, I guess, is... Oh god, I don't want to deal with that right now. I want to be kind of sorry for that. I want to be... Yeah. So yeah, the thing with the mana... Oh god, where's the dude that we gotta kill? Okay, never mind. Never mind, we're good. Something dropped somewhere. What is this? Divine Vessel? Nice. Okay. I don't really need Divine Vessels, but that's a nice little something to have, I guess. Oops, I didn't want to do that at all. Yeah, very hard to use my Whirlwind Blades around this area. Not impossible, but just really difficult, sort of annoying, so to speak. It's a tiny bit annoying. But yeah, like I said earlier, the build is absolutely wonderful when it comes to clearing maps. And we're not even talking about low tier maps. Right now we're running a tier 13 map and it's going like without any issues at all. Also, it's very fun because like I'm definitely not the type of player who likes to run like Uberlap all over and over again. I don't care how good loot you can get from it. I really don't care. Because to me, that would be way too... Also, I just ran into a corner. This is why I don't like the layout of this map, because it's very difficult to understand where you need to go. So where was I again? Yeah, I was just about to say that I just don't like running the same thing all over and over again. I would never be able to do some Uber Lab runs like over and over and over again. I would probably fall asleep or something. I wouldn't be able to do that. Like, it's... Yeah. Where do I gotta go? 20 monsters remaining. What am I missing out on? So, I haven't found the boss yet? I actually have not found the boss yet. Right. I do not like this map at all. I don't understand. Oh, hi. Oh my god. Okay. So 5 monsters left. And I haven't found the boss. Well, this is awkward. Yeah, this is awkward. I feel like is this one of those maps where you need to click the thing on the wall and then it opens, right? So I don't see where the boss is actually on the map. I need to find this wall where you need to click it. Oh god, this is why some of the maps are a little bit annoying. I think it must be on this side. I wanna believe it's around here somewhere. I feel like it is. I hope I'm right. Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't find it. Guys, I cannot find... I cannot find the boss. I just can't. I know by fact that the boss... The way to get to the boss is where you click a thing on the wall, then the wall opens, and then what opens is the way to the boss. But I can't seem to find where it is. Alright guys, we're gonna be just back. We're gonna be back after I actually find it. Okay? So, hang in there. Oh, there it is, the loose candle. Oh my god. They need to do something about it. They should really indicate this on the map. It should still show up as an objective on the map that you can click something. It's not that you're hiding the boss away from the player. Oh yes, this is a really bad boss. We have to be careful here. That's why. Oh! That's why I don't like some of the bosses.
Slice away the ugly.
I'm trying not to die here, so...
Give in to grace.
I can't get hit by the books. Let's push her to the corner.
Slice away the ugly.
Yeah, I was pretty close there to die actually. But this is just I don't want to say it's a difficult boss. If you gotta know the mechanics and you gotta know how to dodge these things. Because some of those bosses are pretty hard, and if you get hit, you can very easily die. This boss can one-shot you. If you have a map mod with any adds damage on top of what she already has, she's gonna one-shot you. Pretty easy. If you get hit by one of them, yeah, let's just say things are pretty bad. Anyway, so I want to wrap this up here. I will have everything that we talked about in the description. I'll have the items in the description. I will have the skill tree in the description. All the goodies. And don't take the build as granted. Just take it as a base. Try it out. Mess around with the tree if you want. Let me know in the comments below how it went for you. And I will see you all in the next video. Hope you have a great one. Bye bye. Oh, where are you going? Huh?
And I run around the town.
I smacked the living crap out of him.
So when you see me flying by the planet's moon, you don't need to explain it. Everything's changed. Just know I'm just like you.
How's it gonna go? Oh, I can't. There's no option to kill him. What the fuck? Alright, listen, there wasn't any option. What do I even need to press to do the execution?